Hi everyone. Once again, welcome to Isha Training Solutions. So today, what we are going to do, we are going to see what are all the course content that we are going to cover as part of the performance engineering course. Okay, because now the trend is actually slowly moving on these line items. So that is the reason we are going to learn this course content. Like all these days, if you are only doing a specific activity, say like you're only doing performance testing, or you're only checking the high level performance thing, means now the trend is actually slowly moving. You have to find what is actually the exact problem, where it is actually happening. It is actually happening on the front end, it is actually happening on the server, it is actually happening on the DB, or where. So for that only we are going to learn this tool, guys. Okay, we are going to learn this tool. Sorry, we are going to go through this course because we wanted to contribute in all the levels. Okay, basically how we designed this course is that we have to know certain understanding about your Java application. We have to know certain understanding about your database. You have to know certain understanding about your infrastructure. You have to know certain understanding about your client side. So like that, all combination be added in this course journey. So definitely it will be a value add for you guys, because after going through this course journey, you will be in a position, okay, to contribute in all the layers. Okay, that is what I told you right now. Browser, server, DB, application, all these layer you can contribute, because our course content is actually basically talks about all these layers, and we are going to learn everything in a practical way also. Okay, all these things we are going to learn in a practical way. Okay, so without wasting further time, I'll quickly go through the content. So what you guys can do, you guys can stop me at any point of time. Okay, stop me at any point of time. If you feel anything has to be explained in a detailed way, please let me know, so that I'll take a I'll take a different example and then provide a little more clarity also. Okay, so I encourage each and every each and every one of you, please stop me at any point of time. If you feel anything has to be explained in a detailed way, we will discuss and then we'll move on. Okay, basically we all gathered here because we wanted to get that understanding what we are going to learn. Okay, what is our expectation, is this actually really fulfilling our requirement? That is what we are going to discuss in today's session. So stop me if you feel like anything that you wanted to explain in a detailed way. Okay, so I'll quickly go through our course content. So first, what we are going to do, we are going to see the introduction part, performance engineering introduction part, because that itself is not clear, I would say. Okay, because if I ask someone what is performance engineering, they don't have a clarity. What activity will be performed, they don't have a clarity. So so what we are going to do, first of all, we are going to get that understanding first. We are going to get that understanding first. What is performance engineering? Okay, in what way it is actually different from performance testing? Okay, so what are all the skill set that you require when you are when you are moving from performance testing to performance engineering world? Okay, so all those things we are going to discuss in the introduction part. Okay, so if you look at it, introduction to performance engineering and performance engineering life cycle, any activity that you are doing. Okay, say like you are doing a development activity, so what we call that as SDLC. SDLC, software development life cycle. Okay, SDLC. So when you are doing a testing, STLC, software testing life cycle. If you are doing a performance testing, PTLC, performance testing life cycle. So similarly, when you are doing a performance engineering activity, PELC, performance engineering life cycle. So what we are going to do, we are going to discuss about the life cycle. life cycle. What activity that we will basically perform in performance engineering. Okay, so even now you guys, I don't know how many performance testers are in this forum. Okay, so if someone is actually you think like you are going for an interview. Okay, performance tester, if they are going for an interview. Okay, so if someone is actually asking example, Abhishek, could you please brief about yourself, or Vignesh, could you please brief about yourself, Nilesh, could you please brief about yourself, like that. If somebody is asking, if someone is asking, what you guys will do basically while explaining about your brief yourself means, what basically people will do, though they are saying like tell me about yourself only, but internally what they will say, PTLC only. PTLC, performance testing life cycle only, they will explain. Example, no, how people will explain, no, I will do the requirement gathering, non-functional requirement gathering, I participate in the requirement gathering. Post collecting the requirement gathering, I will prepare the test planning document, and I will also prepare script in the performance testing tool. Post completion of the performance testing tool, or I will do parameterization, I will do correlation, and then I will run the test, load test, stress test, like that, and then I will provide the report to the stakeholder, like that. If you are explaining your tell me about yourself also, internally what is actually happening, you are explaining the PTLC only, performance testing lifecycle activity only, basically we are covering. So here also in performance engineering life cycle, that is the reason we are going to learn life cycle activity. Then only, if someone is actually asking what you will do, what you are contributing, where and all you are focusing on, what is your roles and responsibility, like that, if somebody is asking what you will do internally, anyways we are going to tell the performance engineering life cycle only, what is actually happening in the performance engineering life cycle. So that is what we are going to discuss in a detailed way, guys. Okay, and then activities performed by the performance engineer, very important, because then only you can decide, or you can understand where and all you can contribute. Okay, whether you are going to contribute in the code level, or you are going to contribute in the DB level, or you are going to contribute in the infrastructure level, or you are going to contribute in the client side monitoring level, where you are going to focus on, where you are going to focus on. For that, you need to know activities performed by the performance engineer. That is very important. Then only you can conclude, okay, I know this skill set, so I can contribute in this layer, and over the period of time I can learn other spaces also, so that I can contribute on other spaces also, like that. So for that, what we need activities performed by the performance engineer. So this is what we are going to basically discuss in the introduction part. Okay, and then the next very important topic, which is actually Java performance engineering concepts. Java performance engineering concepts. Okay, so we all know Java is actually running on where? JVM. Okay, your Java program or software, while you are executing, where it will run? It will run on a JVM, Java virtual machine. Java virtual machine. Similarly, .NET, where it will run? CLR, common language runtime. Okay, so .NET will run on CLR, Java will run on JVM. So what we are going to do as part of the learning, we are going to first understand the JVM architecture, fundamental. Fundamentally, what we are going to do, we are going to learn about JVM architecture. That is very important. Okay, so with that understanding only, okay, in JVM internally, what are all the things that are there? Okay, so where I have to focus on? Okay, that is the understanding you should have. So we are going to learn about JVM architecture. Okay, while explaining about JVM architecture, I'll explain about what is class loader subsystem, what is method area, heap area, stack area, PC register means what, just in timer means what. All things we are going to discuss, basically the fundamental idea about JVM, Java virtual machine. Java virtual machine. Okay, so then JVM performance monitoring. JVM performance monitoring. So what is that? I told you any of your Java program or software, whatever you are running, where it will run? It will run on a JVM. So while you are running in the JVM, what are all the things that you can monitor? What is happening for your threads or your heap memory or your garbage collection? All those things you can monitor inside the JVM. What is actually happening? Okay, what happened to your memory? What happened to your thread? What happened to your garbage collection? All these things you are going to monitor. JVM monitoring we are going to learn, guys. Okay, we are going to learn JVM monitoring. Okay, inside the JVM, what are all the things that are happening? We are going to monitor JVM monitoring. So that we are going to do it in a different ways, guys. Okay, so you have a utility tool that is actually available inside the JDK. Okay, utility tool available inside the JDK. What are all the utility tool? One is JConsole, another one is JVisual VM. Both the things are available inside the JDK. Okay, JVisual VM or JConsole. So using these two utility tool, we are going to learn about heap level analysis, thread level analysis with the real time example. Okay, with the real time example, we are going to learn about these two utility tools. Basically, why we are using these two tools? For the JVM monitoring. For the JVM monitoring. Okay, example, I'll quickly go to my C folder, program files, Java, JDK, bin folder. Inside my bin folder, I'm simply opening my JVisual VM tool. JVisual VM tool. Okay, so JVisual VM tool I'm launching. Okay, so I told you this tool is used for what purpose? I told you it is used for monitoring the JVM. So simply, I don't know how many performance testers are there in this group. I don't know how many of you aware of a tool called Apache Jmeter. Apache Jmeter is an open source performance testing tool. So I'm double clicking this tool just for understanding purpose. Don't think anything that I'm going to teach something about JMeter or what. No, I'm not going to teach anything about JMeter. JMeter is a Java tool. Jmeter is a Java tool. It's basically run on the JVM. Okay, Jmeter is a Java tool. Without Java, this tool will not launch. Okay, just for example purpose, I'm launching this tool. Look at here in the JVisual VM. Look at here. It is automatically started monitoring your JVM. Okay, because I told you Jmeter is a Java tool and it will run on the JVM. Straight away that JVM is actually monitored. If I double click this, JVM, look at here, we can see lot of information. So during our regular session, okay, today may be a demo session, we are only going to discuss about the course content alone, but during our regular session I am going to explain about each and everything, guys. You have any question, Ram?
Why is LoadRunner?
Sorry, sorry. Sorry, you have any question? Okay. So this is just an example I'm showing. Even similarly, what I will do, I have one Java server called Apache Jmeter, which is a Java server. So I'm going to simply start that server, guys. Okay, I'm simply going to start that server. Okay, just for example purpose I'm doing this. Don't worry. Right now my intention is to only show you these are Java server, these are running on JVM, how these Java things can be monitored in JVisual VM. I simply started this Apache Tomcat, right? If I go here, look at here, right now it is actually started monitoring local application. Some message is actually available here. Okay, so the um, uh, server is actually started, and that is actually monitored here as well. That is actually monitored here as well. So like this, these are just an example, guys. I wanted to show you these are running on JVM. That JVM can be monitored using the JVisual VM or JConsole. For the example purpose, I showed you one. In our regular session, we will be discussing in a detailed way. Okay, in a detailed way. Look at here. These are memory related or thread related or garbage collection related, like that we are going to discuss in a detailed way, and I am going to explain the process as well, how to do, how to analyze the garbage collection, how to analyze the threads, how to analyze the heap. All those things also we are going to discuss in a detailed way, guys. In a detailed way we are going to discuss about each and everything. Okay, so that also is actually covered. So whatever I explained till now, it is all open source option, right? Because this is the utility tool available inside the JDK, like that I mentioned, right? So there is a commercial tool that is actually available called Your Kit Java Profiler. Your Kit Java Profiler. So which is a commercial option. Okay, which is a commercial option, commercial tool. Okay, commercial tool. So that tool also we are going to discuss in a detailed way. This tool is also used for what purpose? This is also used for JVM monitoring purpose. This tool is also used for JVM monitoring purpose. Okay, and then JVM heap structure. So obviously how garbage collection basically happening in Java, we are going to discuss in a detailed way. What is Eden, what is survivor, what is young generation, what is old generation, what is permanent generation, meta space, minor GC, major GC, like that. All detailed explanation we are going to do, guys. Okay, so I hope maybe I'll ask this question. Any Jmeter performance testers in this group?
Yes, sir, I am Amit.
Yeah, Amit. So when you guys are doing a large volume performance testing using Jmeter, large volume performance testing using Jmeter, large volume in the sense like high number of concurrent user. Okay, what you guys will do when you are doing a high volume performance testing? What you guys will do?
I think we have to execute in non-GUI mode instead of GUI.
Yeah, very good. That is one way. The other way is,
Then install more load generators.
okay, very good. So that is a primary thing that you have to do in Jmeter. If you are going for a large volume performance testing, a primary thing what you have to do.
Distributed load testing.
That, yeah, that is what Vignesh also mentioned. Add more load generators, like that. So
Okay.
We need
actually,
to optimize the JVM, right? If we are going
yeah,
to run a
yeah,
larger test.
very good, very good. So you need to change the min value and max value of your heap memory. Min value and max value of your heap memory. I don't know whether you guys did it before. I'll quickly show you. Okay, in your Jmeter, go to your bin folder, go to your jmeter.batch file. Okay, jmeter batch file. Okay, this is a Windows batch file, right? So right click, open it in Notepad++. So this is the argument, guys. Okay, -xms is the min value, -xmx is the max value. Okay, by default, Jmeter is actually having 1 GB of a memory, but you can increase your heap memory so that you can increase your number of user in a single machine. Everybody aware, right? I mean, have you done it before, Vignesh or Ram or anybody? You guys did it before?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually a fundamental thing. When you wanted to increase your concurrent user per load generator, the best way is you can increase the min value, max value of your heap memory, and then you can do your load testing. Okay. So that understanding why we are doing, because if you are increasing your heap memory, you are increasing the capacity of your system, and you are increasing your user count also, right? The same story fits for all. So even when you are running your Java application, That time if you wanted to increase the number of user coming to your system, or you wanted to handle large volume of user, that time what you can do, you can increase your heap memory. Okay, but increasing your heap memory, there is a logical reason. Don't think like randomly you can go and increase the heap memory. There should be a logical explanation for that. That also we will discuss in our regular session, how to increase your heap memory. If you are simply increasing your heap memory, what will happen, in what way increasing the heap memory will impact your minor gc, major gc, all things we will discuss, guys. Okay, don't worry, we are going to discuss everything in a detailed way. That too, a practical examples will be there, so that you guys can use that knowledge in your organization also. So that is how we are going to learn this entire course journey, guys. Okay, so coming back, so configuration of the heap memory, min size, max size, we are going to configure, and then we are going to do it. And then garbage collector. Okay, actually the garbage collector, we are saying garbage collection, that is actually happening in Java, right? In Java, garbage collection is actually implicit GC. Okay, it will automatically happen, but the time taken for completing your garbage collection is there, right? Say like one cycle of garbage collection that is actually happening, it takes little time, right? The time taken for performing the garbage collection, some time it will take, right? So that is, that can be optimized, or that can be minimized by selecting a proper garbage collector. Okay, there are four types of garbage collectors that are there. One is serial GC, parallel GC, concurrent mark and sweep, and G1 GC. Okay, serial GC, parallel GC, concurrent mark and sweep, and G1 GC. These are the common or very highly utilized garbage collector. So what we are going to do, we are going to discuss about each garbage collector, how to implement it, and what will happen if you are implementing that garbage collector, that also we are going to discuss. And then JVM thread pooling concepts also we are going to discuss. Core pool size means what, max pool size means what, bounded queue means what, unbounded queue means what, like that and all we are going to discuss. And then JDBC connection pooling. Okay, a fundamental understanding about JDBC. I mean, in database, in order to establish a connection, how the connection object we are taking and what concept is actually happening, that also we are going to discuss. And then very important thing, thread dump analysis. Very important, guys. Thread dump analysis, I mean, you are facing some problem in your application. Your application is having some problem. Your application is hanging, crashing, spinning, frozen. Some issue is actually happening in your application. You wanted to do the root cause analysis. You wanted to do the root cause analysis. While performing the root cause analysis, what are all the basic things that we will do? Either we will do the heap analysis, thread analysis, garbage collection analysis. Heap analysis, thread analysis, garbage collection analysis. So we are going to learn those concepts in a detailed way. So I'm going to explain about how to take, I mean, first of all, we are going to learn about what is heap, thread dump and thread life cycle, and what are all the tool options that are there and how to analyze it. Okay, different techniques that are there, right? That also we are going to discuss. Similarly, heap dump also we are going to talk about what is heap dump, how to take it, how to capture it, all those things. Similarly, garbage collection, what are all the JVM arguments that you are going to add it, and then how to analyze it, and what are all the techniques that are there. And fundamental understanding about your out of memory and memory leak. Out of memory and memory leak, that also we are going to learn, guys. Okay, out of memory, memory leak, that also we are going to learn. Okay, and then so all these are coverage for your Java side. Till here to here is actually Java side. We are going to cover it in a very detailed way. Okay, JVM understanding, heap memory, non-heap memory, or your thread level, or your garbage level, all things we are going to learn and understand. And then anywhere if you are facing any problem, okay, your application is hanging, crashing, spinning, frozen, some issue is actually happening in your application, how you are going to do your investigation? Yes, we are going to follow the methods. And then yes, till now we covered the application side of it. Okay, till now if you look at it, how the course content is designed, you can easily understand, guys. Okay, first I explained about the introduction part of it. Second, It is Java side, Java application side we covered, right? Next one, infrastructure side. Infrastructure side, because right now if you look at it, nobody is actually focusing on infrastructure level understanding, guys. Okay, but I would suggest, please, going forward, please focus on infrastructure side also. I think we got a question. Anjali, you have any question, Anjali?
Yeah, I was having question on J console. Like how we configure our servers to J console to see our CPU and memory. I'm asking a basic question, but I got confused about this.
No, no, no. I showed you one utility tool, right? JVisual VM. Similarly, there is one more utility tool available in the JDK folder called JConsole, and that, through that, how you are going to do the JVM monitoring, that we are going to learn, Anjali.
Okay, so I mean, I got confused. Like, suppose we have some application and it has its own server. Okay, so how we configure that servers and have a monitoring on that server? How it is utilizing like CPU, memory?
See, either you can do a local host connection or you can do a remote connection. Both options are actually available. Okay, so what your server is a remote server means remotely also you can connect, or you can install these tools inside your JVM and then you can do the monitoring. Both the things you can do. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So infrastructure monitoring is very very important. Why I am saying nowadays nobody is actually doing. Nobody is actually doing, and very rarely with a certain support from the infrastructure team, some people they are doing, but I would say it is very important, very very important to do the infrastructure monitoring. Why I am saying, say a simple example, I don't want to take a very deep understanding and all. You think like this: you are starting your load testing, by example 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock you are starting your load testing. The available memory graph is actually going like this. Available memory graph is actually going like this. Exactly by 7 o'clock you are stopping your test. Exactly by 7 o'clock you are stopping your test. Okay, so if you are not monitoring the infrastructure side, if you are not monitoring, okay, I'm saying, please understand, if you are not monitoring the infrastructure side, what you guys will do? Yes, my application is actually working good, my response time is super, like that you will provide your report. But behind the screen, what is actually happening? Behind the screen, your memory graph is actually drastically going. Okay, actually if you are extending your test for another 15 to 20 minutes, it will touch your out of memory. Actually it will touch your out of memory. OOM, actually it will touch your out of memory. Okay, but since you did not monitor the infrastructure, at 1 hour test you are saying your application is longing this test for a smaller period of time. Just a minute, guys. If you are prolonging your test for smaller period of time, you may be getting the out of memory error. So the importance of doing the infrastructure monitoring is very very high, guys. Okay, that is the reason I'm saying you have to do the infrastructure monitoring. While you are providing your report, you have to include this infrastructure number also. That's very important. You have to include your infrastructure number, because that covers end-to-end focus, right? That covers end-to-end focus. So you have to focus on infrastructure side as well. Infrastructure side as well. Okay, so now what we are going to do in that infrastructure learning, I'm going to explain about Windows Server monitoring and then Linux server monitoring. Both the things we are going to learn. In Windows Server, we are going to learn about a concept called perfmon. We are going to learn about a concept called perfmon. Similarly, in Linux monitoring, what we are going to learn: vmstat, iostat, netstat, top, nmon. These are the things we are going to learn. Basically, in infrastructure side, what you guys will do? Obviously, we are going to monitor CPU, memory. These are the matrices we are going to. So here we are going to learn about these important terms. Okay. So I would say we are going to understand about how the infrastructure monitoring is basically happening, okay, with the real world example. So now I told you Java side we covered, infrastructure side we covered. Next part is what? Database database. So in database learning, what we are going to learn, we are going to learn about a database type which is actually Oracle DB. So Oracle DB, everybody knows it. I don't know, those are going for interview related to Oracle, definitely they'll ask about AWR reports. So we are going to learn about automatic workload repository report and ADDM reports, ASH report, all those things we are going to discuss. Okay, and how to understand if there is any problem in the database level, that also we are going to discuss. Once the database learning is also covered, what we are going to do, we are going to learn about the front end client side learning also we are going to do. So while going for the client side learning, what is very important, first of all, basic understanding of your front end is actually needed, and what is actually the common client side problems that we are going to discuss, and then how the browser rendering that is actually happening, that we are going to discuss, and then tools like Chrome dev tools, GT metrics, web page test, these are the tools also we are going to discuss, guys. Okay, three different tools: Chrome dev tools, GT metrics, web page test. These are the tools also we are going to learn. So that with that we are going to learn about what is actually happening in the client side, because sometimes you think like this, guys, whatever the performance testing report or any report that you guys are providing, what customers are expecting, end to end number, but your performance testing tool, it is not providing end to end number. It is actually only providing HTTP level only, server level only, it is actually providing. So in order to get the client side number, this measurement is also very very important. Client side performance measurement is also very very important. And then we are going to learn about code profiling. Dynatrace APM tool we are going to learn in this tool course journey. And finally, okay, a basic understanding about how to analyze the production log, or what are all the common CPU problem, memory problem, and response time problems that are there. Okay, these are some additional videos we will share along with our course journey. But here till here we are going to cover our course content, guys. Okay, these are the things that we are going to additionally provide certain basic video coverage. But till here we are going to cover our course journey. So basically, if you divide our course journey, client side we are covering, application side Java learning we are covering, database side we are covering Oracle DB, infrastructure side we are covering Windows Server monitoring and Linux Server monitoring, and also profiling tool we are covering, and APM tool, Dynatrace tool we are covering, and then JVM monitoring, all those concepts also we are covering, guys. Okay, these are the course content that we are going to cover as part of our learning, guys. I'll take a pause here. Any question, guys, till now?
Yeah, Sarwan, I just have a question. Like, I think they are beautiful topics actually, because in reality, I think people having some sort of experience, either we never come across definitely there will be some instances where we get involved into performance tuning or engineering activities, and there could be scenarios, right? With some projects we never end up getting into those details. But in interviews, right, this becomes a very challenging at times, when some example is need to be asked, or really explaining some sort of bottleneck issue, how it's been resolved, and what has been done in the back end and stuff like that. So are we covering some of those parts as well, like, yeah, to face those
Yeah,
tricky
yeah,
discussions? Because these are very sensitive areas. When we get into it, in interviews, it goes very deep. And we are good at some areas, but sometimes we get swapped into something else which we are not aware of. Maybe it's some tips to prepare for
yeah.
that aspect. Yeah.
Viresh, that is how the course content itself designed.
True,
Whatever I
true.
discussed, we are
Yeah,
going to practically learn, so that
right.
we can visually see, like, yes, this is happening.
Yeah,
This is because of this reason. I'm going to do these activities: thread level, heap level, garbage level analysis, and I'm going to provide my findings and recommendations to the end customer. So that is what we are going to learn as well, Viresh. Don't worry, we'll
great,
cover
great.
everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, sure. So,
yeah. So those who joined today for evaluating us today. Okay, this is Kumar sir number. I'll paste it in the chat. Okay, this is Kumar sir number. You can reach out to Kumar sir for any further information. I mean, uh, course timing, course content, fees related, anything that you wanted to discuss, you can discuss with Kumar sir. This course is actually specifically designed for weekend learners. Weekend, okay. Saturday, Sunday only the session will be there. Okay, Saturday 1.5 hour, Sunday 1.5 hour. Okay, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Okay, 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. IST, correspondingly in other locations. Okay, so Saturday 1.5 hour and Sunday 1.5 hour. That is how this course content is basically designed. Okay, so this is specifically for the weekend learners, and the course is actually 25 plus hours of session. 25 plus hours of session we are going to have it. So Saturday, Sunday alone the session. Weekday there will not be any session. Weekend alone we are going to learn this. And actually uh, all these sessions, okay, all these classes are recorded sessions. Okay, on a once the session is actually completed, we will upload the video into the YouTube playlist URL. And all these videos are actually for the lifetime access. You will be getting the lifetime access. Okay, sometimes if you have any commitments or any unavoidable situation, you are unable to join the session also, you can watch the video and then you can come back and then ask your question. So all these videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. And whatever the document, software, additional things that we are providing, we are going to share through Google Drive. Okay, so that you can download it, set up everything in your machine also, and you can learn along with me. Parallelly you can learn as well. Okay, so for the learners who joined today for evaluating us, please reach out to Kumar sir, 8019952427. Okay, okay, 8019952427. So today is our demo session. Tomorrow we are going to have our day one session. Pretty much we are going to start our introduction class tomorrow. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir for further information. So as I told you, it is actually a weekend session. Okay, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. 1.5 hours Saturday, 1.5 hours Sunday, 25 plus hours of session we are going to have it, and all these videos are recorded and we'll be sharing through YouTube playlist URL, and this is having lifetime access. Okay, any question guys still now?
So tomorrow, is it going to be like 6 to 7 or 7?
6 to 7. Sorry, I lost your
The
question.
first
6 to
first class, like tomorrow, you said tomorrow you are starting the introduction, right?
yeah.
So is
6
that
o'clock we are
6?
starting.
Okay,
6 o'clock we are starting. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir for any further information. Course content, timing, fees related, anything you wanted to discuss, you can discuss with him. Okay. So thanks for the learners who joined today. The two on the weekends, you are showing your interest in learning things. So really important thing. So those who wanted to enroll yourself, please reach out to Kumar sir for further information. Thanks for joining and have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you.